Welcome to the AdExpert Podcast.
Great to be here.
We are diving deep today into, well, the critical metrics that really build digital success.
The KPIs?
The KPIs, exactly. If you're prepping for a high-stakes strategy meeting, maybe trying to optimize your current campaigns, or you're just, curious about the data points that truly separate the profitable strategists from everyone else, this deep dive is your shortcut.
It really is.
Our mission is to move beyond just the definitions and uncover the absolute essentials, the top digital marketing KPIs you must track, and really dig into how they all work together.
That's absolutely key. So many teams, they track data, but very few truly leverage it.
Right.
What our source material really emphasizes is that success isn't just about, watching the numbers go up. It's about understanding the why, the causality.
Okay, so we're going to break down 8 of these essential indicators and, more importantly, talk about the leverage points, the actions you can actually take once you know the numbers.
That's the plan.
All right, let's unpack this. Starting at the very top of the funnel, the widest point. We start with website traffic.
Seems basic.
It seems so basic, but this metric is, it's foundational. It shows how effective your campaigns are at just pulling people in. But like you just said, the total number can be a vanity metric. It means nothing unless we look deeper.
Exactly. Segmentation is everything here. You have to track the total number of visitors, yes, but you need to know the split.
Where are they coming from?
Organic search, paid search, direct traffic, social media. You need that breakdown. If you're seeing month-over-month growth, you have to know which channel is actually responsible.
So why does that granularity matter so much? Beyond just, patting yourself on the back for a good number.
Because it tells you where your investment is actually paying off. For instance, let's say your overall traffic is up 15%.
Which sounds great.
Sounds amazing. But what if 14% of that came from one single, really expensive paid campaign? Your organic foundation might actually be getting weaker. So tracking these trends over time lets you see seasonal shifts, benchmark against past quarters, and, well, it helps you allocate your resources intelligently. It's the difference between guessing where to spend your next marketing dollar and knowing precisely where it needs to go.
That leads us right into the quality control metric then, the bounce rate.
Yes.
I mean, if you get 10,000 people to your site, but they all leave in 2 seconds, you haven't succeeded. You've just wasted a lot of money on bad targeting.
Think of bounce rate like this. It measures visitors who arrive and immediately just say, nope, not for me.
Right.
And they hit the back button without doing anything. No scrolling, no clicking a link, not viewing another page. It's an instant rejection.
That's a great way to put it. It's like walking into a grocery store looking for milk, seeing only car parts, and just immediately turning around. That's a bounce.
Precisely. And the key insight here is context. A 60% bounce rate on a blog post where the user gets the answer they need and leaves. That might be fine.
Okay, that makes sense.
But a 60% bounce rate on a product landing page, a page that's designed for conversion, that's a crisis.
So you have to track this metric per page, and I'm guessing per traffic source too.
Oh, absolutely. Because a high bounce rate often means the ad message, from Facebook or Google, it just doesn't match the landing page content.
Lower bounce rates mean better message alignment and obviously much stronger engagement, which of course pushes us toward the ultimate measure of success for most businesses, the conversion rate.
This is it. This is the percentage of visitors who complete your desired action, the macro conversion.
A purchase, a form submission, a trial sign up, whatever your goal is.
Right.
But for the person listening right now who's likely running some pretty complex funnels, the advanced move isn't just tracking that final conversion, is it? It's the micro conversions along the way.
Absolutely. Tracking micro conversions is where the real optimization happens. We're talking about tracking people who click the pricing page or view a demo video or add an item to the cart but don't buy.
The classic cart abandonment.
Exactly. If 80% of your users are adding to cart, but only 5% are actually purchasing, your conversion rate optimization needs to focus entirely on the checkout process, not on the top of the funnel.
So higher conversion rates, whether micro or macro, are the fastest way to boost ROI without just spending more on traffic.
Without a doubt.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. From site performance to campaign effectiveness and financial efficiency.
Let's do it. We need metrics that measure the immediate appeal of your messaging, starting with the click-through rate, CTR.
CTR is basically a measurement of curiosity, right?
That's a good way to think about it.
It's the percentage of people who see your ad, your email subject line, or your link, and they actually choose to interact. If your message is compelling, your CTR should be high, but why does that matter beyond just, getting a click?
Because in paid advertising, a high CTR is fundamentally tied to the cost of your campaign, specifically with platforms like Google Ads. A high CTR dramatically improves your quality score.
That's a key technical point our audience needs to get. Can you explain that quality score connection?
Sure. A high-quality score basically tells Google that your ad is relevant to what the person is searching for.
Okay.
And Google rewards that relevance. They charge you less money per click, and they give your ad better positioning. So the more compelling your ad copy is, which leads to a higher CTR, the lower your overall cost is going to be.
So testing different ad copy isn't just for engagement. It directly saves you money later on.
100%.
And speaking of saving money, let's move to the ultimate efficiency metric, cost per acquisition, or CPA.
The bottom line.
Exactly. If CTR is about optimizing the top of the funnel, CPA is about optimizing the wallet. This measures the average spend it takes to get one paying customer.
And this is it's non-negotiable. If your average customer value is $100 and your CPA for a specific campaign is $120,
you're losing money.
you are actively losing $20 on every single transaction in that channel. You have to track CPA per campaign and per channel rigorously.
So if we see campaign A has a CPA of $20 and campaign B has a CPA of $50, the immediate action is to pause B, right? Reallocate that budget to A and figure out why B is so inefficient.
Exactly. Lower CPA improves immediate profitability. But here's the critical thinking part. CPA has to be constantly evaluated against your customer lifetime value, CLV.
Ah, there's the nuance.
Right. If campaign B costs $50 to acquire a customer, but those customers stay for 3 years and generate $500 in revenue, that $50 CPA is actually excellent.
Meanwhile, campaign A might be cheaper at $20, but if those customers leave after one purchase, the overall value is much lower.
Precisely. It's a long-term game.
That moves us perfectly into that long-term health check, the retention rate.
This is the metric that really validates the sustainability of your whole business model. Retention rate measures how well you keep customers over time.
If a high CPA is a headache, a low retention rate is like a terminal illness for the business.
That's a good way to put it.
What stands out here is just the simple economics. It is so much cheaper to keep an existing customer happy than it is to go out and acquire a brand new one.
Exponentially cheaper. High retention rates stabilize your revenue, they lower your overall marketing costs, and they're the clearest indicator of long-term brand loyalty and, product satisfaction.
Okay, so we've covered the hard financial and traffic numbers. Let's talk about connection, about audience health, starting with social media engagement.
Right. And we have to look beyond the vanity metrics here.
Not just total followers.
No. Engagement means likes, comments, shares, saves. These are the actions that signal a genuine connection.
And high engagement is crucial because it feeds the algorithms, doesn't it?
It's everything. If your post on Facebook or Instagram gets rapid engagement, the platform reads that as valuable content and it boosts its organic reach. You're essentially getting free distribution.
Which directly lowers your reliance on paid media.
Yes. So high engagement doesn't just feel good. It's a financial accelerator. And crucially, it gives you a free focus group for your content strategy. If your long-form videos on LinkedIn get 10 times the shares of your short posts, you know exactly what kind of content to make more of.
That direct connection transitions perfectly to our last KPI, the email open rate.
The temperature gauge.
The temperature gauge, I like that. For your most direct line of communication. It shows how well your subject lines and your sender name are performing. If the open rate is low, it means either the audience doesn't trust you or the message just isn't compelling.
And you need to track open rates across all your different segments. Promotional emails, newsletters, abandoned cart sequences.
The whole lot.
The whole lot. If your newsletter open rate is strong but your promotional rate is weak, the audience might feel like you're overselling to them.
So this is where testing comes in.
Absolutely. Small changes like adding some personalization, creating a bit of urgency, or just using a question in the subject line can dramatically increase that rate.
Okay, so we've established the 8 essentials. Traffic, bounce, conversion, CTR, CPA, retention, social engagement, and email open rate. Knowing these is step 1. Step 2, the actual deep dive, is applying them. And that's where looking at an organization like AdExpert, which is mentioned in our sources, becomes really interesting.
AdExpert is a powerful case study and application. They're a Los Angeles-based online marketing and web development agency So they understand a competitive market like LA, which requires just relentless optimization.
You can't just set it and forget it there.
No way. Their team leadership, including Sam Ashrafi, who's the founder and marketing strategist, and Asin Nabolvadi, the expert in SEO and analytics, they focus on transforming this raw data into custom solutions for their clients.
What really stands out is how they use the very KPIs we just discussed to build their strategy. They use a foundation of what they call data-driven success. So they're combining past client data with competitor analysis. They don't guess.
They benchmark every move, and their reporting directly tackles that challenge of real-time optimization. They offer live tracking and reporting across all channels: social, email, paid ads, website analytics. This is so critical.
Why is that live element so important?
Because if they notice the CTR on a specific Google ad has suddenly dropped, which we know leads to a higher CPA, they don't wait 30 days for a report. They can adjust the ad copy or the bid in real time.
That real-time capability is where the efficiency gain comes from. But how are they managing that level of complexity? I mean, real-time bidding, personalization. The source points to their integration of AI.
Right. They're leveraging AI to refine their customer targeting and personalized campaigns. The AI isn't just some buzzword for them. It's an engine for advanced analytics and optimization. It can actually help forecast which audience segment is most likely to yield a low CPA and a high CLV.
So it directly tackles those efficiency metrics we talked about. Looking at their services, Google Ads Management, SEO, web development, I was particularly interested in their SEO content creation. They stress using a data-driven approach, and they specifically mention incorporating semantic keywords. We should pause on that for a second.
That's a huge differentiator.
Yeah.
Semantic keywords are not just single words or phrases. They are related concepts and contexts that inform search intent.
So it's about the why behind the search.
Exactly. Instead of just trying to rank for shoes, you rank for terms that show the reason a user is searching, like best running shoes for flat feet or comfortable walking shoes. By using this data-driven semantic approach, they make sure content is highly relevant,
which lowers the bounce rate,
increases time on site, and ultimately boosts that organic traffic KPI we started with.
It all connects back. And their commitment to continuous improvement with regular A/B testing that directly impacts conversion rate and CTR. Their whole promise of awesome reporting and open communication. It's about keeping clients in the loop.
That level of transparency is how you build long-term partnerships, how you build sustainable, high retention rates. They've really closed the loop between measurement and action.
So let's bring it all home. For you, the listener, the key takeaway is clear. Mastering these 8 KPIs, traffic, bounce, conversions, CTR, CPA, retention, social engagement, and email open rate, it isn't just a checklist. It's a dynamic, interconnected system.
And remember, knowledge is most valuable when it's applied critically. The difference between just tracking these metrics and actually leveraging that data through continuous analysis and expert methodology like the tailored AI-driven solutions offered by AdExpert, that is what leads to maximum marketing success.
Which leads to a final thought. Since companies like AdExpert are now actively leveraging AI to deliver these solutions, optimizing our campaigns and targeting at speeds humans just can't match, this raises an important question for you to think about. If AI is increasingly handling these traditional optimization tasks based on these 8 KPIs, what future, yet unnamed meta KPIs will we as humans need to track to measure the effectiveness and maybe the overall strategic direction of the AI itself?
That's a big question.
Think about that as you plan your next campaign.